What's up, party people? Welcome back to my channel. So today is a products I regret buying / receiving / product fails that disappointed me. All the keyword phrases for disappointing products. And most of them are kind of irrelevant now, but you know what? It's also not irrelevant to save money. So maybe you come across one of these things online or in store and you're just like, I kind of want to get that, but you know what? Your girl, your friend Ashley over here is gonna help you save money. Okay, we're gonna save money together. So these are products that I do not like, I don't recommend. Here we go. The first little random knick-knack and paddywhack that I have is a Good Molecules Rose Water Daily Cleansing Gel, which is just a facial cleanser to wash your face off. I really want to like this because rose water seems to work out pretty well for my skin usually anyway. But this just makes my skin feel really dry and tight afterwards, and my skin does balance out like after a while. Like it kind of, you know, it gets adjusted, but for whatever reason, this is just very drying on my skin. It feels kind of watery and I just don't like it. Next thing I have is something that I just do not get. I want to get it, I want to get on board because I think that the idea is good, but also it's kind of stupid. Batiste Dry Conditioner. Okay, look, this is coming from an avid dry shampoo person and someone that washes their hair like every 3 or 4 days. It does nothing for my hair whatsoever. Like, why not just put a serum in your hair? I don't get it. Why would you put something dry, like a powder form, in your hair? What? I guess the idea behind this is that the longer that you go without washing your hair, like especially when you get like product buildup and you're, you know, heat styling it every day and stuff, like it's gonna get dry and, you know, coarse and, you know, maybe a little sticky, just gunky, okay? It just gets gunky. I get the idea of putting something in that, you know, kind of helps soften it and make it, you know, make it look more refreshed, but a dry conditioner, like this one anyway, I don't know if there are some out there that actually do work, but this one just doesn't do anything at all. So the next thing I have is something that I got in gratis when I was working at Ulta, and I wish that I hadn't because I don't want to throw it away. I don't want to give it away. Like, it was too expensive even though I didn't pay for it. But it's like 70 bucks, I think, 60 or 70 bucks. This is the Fountain of Truth Good Day Souffle Hydrating Moisturizer with SPF 15. Fun fact, this is actually a brand that was created by Juliana Rancic, the E-girl, the one from the E Network that did like celebrity interviews and gossip and stuff. But she actually created this line because she said that when she was going through chemo and radiation and stuff, she actually had breast cancer, I think, which is horrible, and my heart goes out to her for that. She apparently wanted to create skincare that was good enough for people to use while they're going through chemo and radiation and, you know, just cancer treatment in general, because, you know, your skin's really sensitive and you can't use a lot of things. Like, you can't use a lot of actives and you gotta be really careful. So this is supposed to be a very like sensitive skin formula. First off, packaging is amazing. Like, it has this like twist kind of packaging so you can close it like that and travel with it. It's really, really nice. And I wish that there was a way, I'm sure there is, whenever this is empty, I can put something else into it because this packaging is wonderful. So number one, it's $70 and it has SPF 15. Who asked for that? If I'm gonna pay $70 for something, it better be freaking SPF 50 to the highest grade. It better protect me from all of the rays. It's a good texture and consistency, but it's just not hydrating at all. Like, I have oily skin and I use like sunscreens in the morning as my moisturizers usually. Like, I usually don't use a moisturizer separate from a sunscreen, so I'm looking for something that does it all. And number one, why does it smell so weird? Ugh. It feels good on my hand. Maybe I should just use it as a hand cream. I'm gonna use this $70 sunscreen as a hand cream just because I can. Yeah, whenever it dries, it just feels kind of like, almost like a powder finish. Like, it just doesn't feel moisturizing at all. And I mean, SPF 15, ugh. Oh man, they don't have it at Ulta anymore. Is it still a thing? Oh my God, they went from Ulta to Amazon. That is not a success story. The next thing I have is something that I lusted over for literally years. I don't know why I always sat back and just like never bought it, but I did, okay? So this is from Mascara, okay? And I actually talked about this a while back. Like, I guess it was about a year ago now. I said that I wanted to try mascara and a bunch of people were like, oh, she's an MLM now. Like, whenever this first came out, it wasn't an MLM. And they actually just rebranded and they're called Saint now. I think they're called Saint Makeup. But like, I saw so many people on Instagram using this, like actual sellers of it. And I mean, they all pretty much say the same thing. Like, they're all trained the same way. They apply it the same way. Like, I get it. It's an MLM. So this is the 3D foundation. So her whole concept behind this, and if you don't know who Mascara is, she was a blogger. I think she still blogs. Maybe she doesn't. I don't know. Maybe she's a brand owner now. Who knows? I used to watch her on YouTube and stuff, and her whole thing was about using less is more. Whenever we apply makeup, like, it's this whole thing of, you know, you apply foundation and then concealer, and then you cancel out all the dimension on your face just to add it back into, you know, with bronzer and blush and highlighter and stuff like that. So she created this line so that you just apply it one time, like, you don't layer a whole lot. It's basically all foundation, like they all have coverage, but they're different colors with different pigments and undertones and stuff. So you have your foundation, you have like contour shades, you have blushes. The idea, like the concept is really good, but the formula sucks. But the creams are so, they're almost like paint. They're so stiff and there's almost too much pigmentation, but like they're not super full coverage. I tried this with every kind of brush, every kind of sponge, with my fingers. Like I tried different application methods. Like I really tried to make this work, and I thoroughly hate this stuff. On the skin, it just looks really heavy and very like pancake makeup-y. It just looks very oily on my skin. So if you have dry skin, this may be okay, but even if you have dry skin, like I just feel like with texture and stuff, like I don't know how people make this work and how they make it look so freaking beautiful on Instagram and in videos and stuff, but on me, I look like a clown. And the thing is, you're spending like 12 bucks per pan. That's $48 for foundations. The whole idea is that, you know, less is more, and you know, you're spending too much money on other products, but it's like, I just go buy a $48 foundation. Next thing I have is something that is so old news that is not even funny, but it took me a while to kind of come to terms with it, but I've realized I don't like it. I'm tired of trying with it, and it's a regret, okay? This is the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette, which was all the rage, and like, oh my God, was that 2019? Is this 2 years old? I did an entire video where I did like 4 looks with this. Like I try to use each row in here. I'll put that video up there in case you want to check it out and see it in action. You can kind of get a more like in-depth idea of what my thoughts were about it. But number one, you basically have like 4 shades in each column that are the exact same, like just a slight variation in finish, but they're the exact same base tone. I guess the idea is that it's supposed to be easier to create a look, but it's kind of redundant. I feel like I spent like $52, well, about 56 with tax, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 shades with different finishes. That's it. Then you have these metallic shades. Metallic, I say that very loosely. Whenever you think of a metallic finish, you think it's got a really pretty wet, shiny look. It's, you know, kind of foiled looking. It just, you know, there's shimmer and then there's metallic, and these are just shimmer. There's nothing special about them. They're not overly buttery, overly pigmented. They're just basic shimmers. They're just kind of like, blech. The sequin shades are annoying because they're the exact same base. I'm not even joking, the exact same color as the matte shades in here. Like they just have sequin glitter. And then you have the glitter. So the glitter is what I feel like is the most unique thing about this palette, but it's not the best thing about it. They're so beautiful, okay? They're gorgeous, but there's always fallout with these, and when I get it on my face, I can't get it off. I've tried this with several different products. Like I've tried it with several primers. I've tried it with different methods, you know, with a brush, with my finger. I've tried it with glitter glue, like glitter primer, and nothing makes it stick to my eyelids. I always do my face after my eyes, and I always take like a toner pad or like a makeup wipe or something to remove the fallout before I move into my foundation, and it's almost impossible to get it all off. And throughout the day, like I can still see glitter particles stuck under my foundation, and you can't scratch it off. I don't like it. I don't get it. I wish that I did, but $52, it was not worth it. Next thing I have is a couple of products from a new brand from Dollar General. So they actually did send these to me. They sent me like a good portion of their line, and I'm pretty sure there's some like connection with Believe Beauty from Dollar General. So these are both like everything under 5. Like they have the same kind of claims, but when I was talking with them, I asked them like, are you guys associated with Believe Beauty? And they didn't get back with me, so I don't know, sketch. The brand is called Root to End, which that's a cute little name. But I had their extra hold hairspray and their dry shampoo. Their extra hold hairspray is supposed to give you extra hold, right? Well, it doesn't. Like, it's so light hold. This is one of those hairsprays, like one of those nozzles and mist that when you spray it, like wherever you first spray it, you'll just get a big like wet glob right there. Like it's so concentrated, and it makes it matted down and makes it flat. So this sucks. And the dry shampoo does nothing. Again, it feels like water. There's nothing happening there. I have super greasy hair, so I need something that really cuts it through, but ugh. Okay, yeah, that's kind of chalky feeling. It was like water at first, and then it turned into like a chalky powder. So yeah, these are a no-go. So I'm pretty sure I talked about this in a previous products I regret buying, but I got it back out again just to see if it worked with like the products I'm currently using with it, because I use more serums and, you know, essences and toners and stuff like that now, and my, you know, your skin changes all the time. So, you know, a product that you hated, you know, maybe a couple years ago may work better for you now. This is the Innisfree Dewy Glow Jelly Cream. So this is just a gel basically. So as you can see, it's clear, but this is so drying and just doesn't make my skin dewy or glowy at all. And also the scent's very, it's heavily scented, and it smells very artificial and just overpowering. I don't like that about it. I'm not even someone that's sensitive to smells, but ugh. Then we have a bronzer. So it took me a while to figure out that this stuff sucks. Like, I've been using this for a while now. This is the Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm in the shade Light. So Soul Body is a sister company to Colourpop, so it's like their like body line, like they have, you get it. Number one, I don't like the color of this. This is very orange, even though it doesn't look very orange in my finger swatch. Like, for some reason on my skin, there we go. It just looks very warm, and I don't like that in a bronzer. The formula is really nice as far as how it feels. It's very buttery. It's very smooth and pigmented and stuff, but this never wears well on me. And I actually just realized it the other day when I was testing out a foundation. I thought it was the foundation that was wearing off, but on both sides of my face, I just had horrible fade off in this region right through here where I apply this bronzer. And that's when I realized, you know what? I don't like it. I'm setting it in stone now. It sucks. Yeah, I'm really disappointed because I really want to like this. It's such a pretty formula. I love cream bronzers, but I don't like the undertone and I don't like the wear. Next thing I have is another product from Colourpop. So this is the Bellini Lippie Balm. So this is like a peach flavored lip balm. I love the smell of this because it does smell like straight up just peach Bellini, and peach is my favorite scent, but it's so sticky and goopy, and it just feels like it never actually penetrates and, you know, does anything beneficial for your lips. So yeah, I don't like that. Like, I love a good like slip, a good gloss, a good like, you know, thick feeling balm like the Aquaphor, but this is like goopy, sticky, tacky feeling, and I don't like that. The Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Loose Powder. This is one I used for so long. I kind of realized all at once that my foundation never wears well when I wear this. Like, my foundation always breaks down. I get greasy, I get fading, I get, you know, shiny and stuff whenever I wear this. So yeah, it took me long enough. Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Fix Hydrating and Plumping Makeup Fixing Spray. This sucks, okay? I don't understand using two different setting sprays that one setting spray could do. Because I'm seeing more and more setting sprays that are just for like fixing, like just fixing sprays, hydrating sprays. But here's the thing, okay? Coming closer, secret time. There are setting sprays that do that, but also prolong the wear of your makeup. You don't have to use two products for it. This does not prolong the wear of my makeup at all. It's just supposed to be a hydrating fixing spray, but also just doesn't really do what it's supposed to do good enough. So no, it's a fail. The L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara. I get a lot of comments from you guys saying that you love this stuff, but for me, it just doesn't do half of what I want it to do. Like, it gives like separation and length, but just not enough fullness, thickness, and volume. It's not horrible. Like, I've tried worse, but it's just not my favorite. The e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm. I didn't use this for the longest time because I didn't really understand what it was trying to be. Like, is it like an eye gel? Is it like an eye cream? Or is it like a makeup primer type product? But, you know, why don't you just use an eye gel? But you would think that something that's more hydrating like this would like help with creasing and whatnot. I still get creasing when I use this, so it's not hydrating enough for me. Waste of money. Oh, this is bringing back memories. I hate this. This is the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream. This looks so cakey and thick and heavy on my skin. And I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that people call this a dupe for the It Cosmetics CC Cream because that did the exact same. It's heavy, it's thick, it's cakey, it emphasizes texture and pores and lines. I actually talked about it in this video up here where I did like a full face of like new e.l.f. stuff, so you can check that out. You can actually see in action up there. The Makeup Revolution 5D Lash Mascara. Oh, I hated this stuff so bad. It did nothing for my lashes. Like, it was just the most natural mascara ever. And here's the thing with buying like natural mascaras. If I want a natural look, I'll just apply less of a good like bold mascara. Packaging is beautiful. Like, it looks so fancy and bougie. Like, I really wanted to like this because of the packaging, and also the wand is really good too. Like, it's a good shape, it's a good thickness and density and stuff, but the formula is just it's real sucky and lackluster, and I don't recommend it. Next thing I have something else that I talked about in that little e.l.f. video, and that is the liquid metallic eyeshadows. I have the shade Comet and Moon. These were so bad. But first, they look really pretty. Like, they look just like the Stila liquid, like what they call it, glitter and glows. They have no staying power whatsoever. Like, they faded off and creased and just like melted on my eyelids so bad. And typically I don't have the oiliest eyelids, so there's no reason for that to happen. Like, the Stila ones stay on just fine. Like, I have no wear issues whatsoever with those. But these, like, they're a good like color dupe, but not an actual dupe. We have the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick, and I have the shade Bronze Metal, and I think these are getting pretty good reviews too. Like, whenever I look on Ulta and like the e.l.f. website and stuff, like, they have like, you know, in the 4s, in, you know, the star range. This again had no staying power whatsoever, and I'm not even talking about like hours. Like, oh, it held up for like 4 hours and then it started fading. No, I'm saying like this didn't last for like 5 minutes. It melted, it creased, it faded. Like there was like no color. Like it looked so wet. And then we have the Palladio Lash Obsessed Amped Up Length and Volume Mascara. So you can find Palladio at Sally's Beauty. It has a nice like kind of fluffy-ish kind of wand, but it's a good shape. Like it's a good density and narrowness. Like it gives a little bit of volume and thickness and fullness, but just not enough length. And again, I look for something that has an equal balance of all those things, and yeah, didn't like it. We have another Makeup Revolution product because for some reason Makeup Revolution does more duds than not. This is the Pore Perfecting Primer, which is trying to be like the Tatcha, what is it called? This, you know. Yeah, it's trying to do that kind of thing, but this doesn't fill my pores in at all. Even when it dries down, it kind of dries down to be kind of oily and greasy and slippery. And then we have the e.l.f. Mix to Match Adjuster Drops. So I actually love the Mix to Match Adjuster Drops. I have the yellow shade and I have the warm shade, which is good for like warming up something that's still at too cool tone. And I got this one to deepen, and because that's what it's called. It's called the Deepening Adjuster Drops, and it doesn't really deepen. It just kind of makes it very like contoury. So like if you want to make your own like liquid or cream contour shade, then this, you know, may work for that. But as far as darkening a foundation or concealer, it just makes it look gray and ashy. We have the Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lip, and like it's basically like a lighter version of their liquid lipsticks, like their ultra matte liquid lipsticks, which are so drying and nasty. So this is basically just like a more toned down light version of that. So yeah, gives you the little cat butthole thing, makes your lips feel dry, not good. The L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. This is everywhere. Every time I come across a mascara video where someone's lashes look like crazy huge, they're using Telescopic, and I'm pretty sure, like I thought they were using this black one. Maybe they're using the gold one. Let me know in the comments below if you use the black one or the gold one, like if there's that big of a difference. My problem with this isn't necessarily the formula. I mean, the formula's fine. Like it's basically just lengthening. I don't really like the wand. Like I feel like the wand is just too flimsy, and like whenever you're trying to push it into your lashes, it can like wiggle and worm onto your eyelid and just get all of your eyelids. So that's not fun. But my problem with this is that whenever I pull it out, I can't get the wand back in there. Like it's so tight for some reason.
That's what she said.
I don't know if it's just like a flaw in this packaging, like this tube. Like I literally have to take it, like get mascara on my hand and like, oh my God. Like I have to like touch the wand to push it back in there. It's a nuisance. The Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation and Concealer. Man, I wanted to like this so bad. I love Physicians Formula face products, like their foundations especially are so freaking phenomenal. Despite the whole like shade range issue, like their foundations are usually really, really good. There are very few foundations I've tried that look this bad on my skin. It cracked and settled and just emphasized lines and pores. Like it was emphasizing lines on my forehead that I can't see ever. Like it was making my lines look so pronounced, and just it aged my skin in just crazy ways. And I'd like to try it again to see if maybe I just applied too much. Like maybe it's just one of those foundations that you have to be very conservative with, and like you just have to apply very, very light, thin layers. But like it looked really good at first. Like it was really pretty and full coverage and had a nice finish, but the wear on this is disastrous. So now for a few honorable mentions of products I no longer have because return policies. So first off is the T3 curling iron. I actually got this at Costco. I got it for a pretty good deal because I think it's normally like $130, and I think I got it for like $70, so bang up deal. I used to hear about T3 all the time. Like it used to be a pretty big curling iron in the hair world on YouTube especially, but this couldn't hold a candle to my Babyliss Pro. Like this sucks. My curls will hold all day into the next day with my Babyliss, and my curls fell out so quickly with this. Like it just, the staying power was horrible with this curling iron, and like the curls that it gave me. Not to mention the Babyliss one is like 40 bucks, 50 bucks. Like it's cheaper than this, even at Costco. Makeup Revolution Soap Brow. Like we are just ragging on Makeup Revolution so bad today, but you know what? Do better. Yeah, the whole soap brow thing is pretty widespread right now, but this gave me like no hold, and it made my brows feel really sticky. And like if you have foundation on, but you know, before you do your brows and it gets all over your foundation, it melts it off, and you'll see like little rub off areas right there. But not only that, the soap itself came out of the compact within like an hour of using it. I've actually seen other people say the same thing, so it's not like I dropped it or anything. It's just really cheap and not in there. Makeup Revolution will never send me anything again. And then I have the Garnier Hydrating Melon Serum Cream with SPF 30. So I actually have the Pore Perfecting Serum Cream from them. This is the one for oily combination skin. I love this stuff so much. It's one of my favorite sunscreens of all time. This one's more for dry or mature skin, but this one has the most hellacious, god-awful, pungent, like artificial watermelon scent, and it lingers, okay? It lingers. Like whenever you get it near your eyes, or whenever I get it near my eyes, it burns and stings so bad. These next two, I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in the same category just because they're in the same line, so why not? Let's kill two birds with one stone. I'm waiting for someone to comment one day and just be like, oh my God, stop using that phrase. That is so horrible. Shut up, just shut all the way up. The Revlon So Fierce and the Revlon So Fierce Big Bad Lash. I do not like these. I actually just compared these in my recent product comparison video. I'm gonna link it up there if you wanna check that out and see them in action and what they look like. But yeah, these look really good without like any other eye makeup on, but with makeup, you know, eyeliner, eyeshadow, like if you want your lashes to be more bold, it just doesn't really do it for me. And plus, they're way too dry and they flake and crumble a little bit, like especially the original So Fierce, like it crumbles a lot more than the Big Bad Lash. Both of them are just kind of meh, and it's 2021, like I don't have time for meh. So let me know in the comments below, what is something that you've recently tried that you just don't like it's just not good. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more like it, then make sure you give it a big old thumbs up to let me know. But subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and turn the notification bell on to always see my stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.